Imagine this. Every word you've ever spoken in despair has become a brick in the reality you now live in. And every word you choose to speak from today has the power to dismantle those old walls and reveal an entirely new path. Florence Scovel Shinn didn't just teach people to think positively. She taught them how to command life through the power of words. Not by pleading, not by begging fate, but through calm faith and clear speech. One woman once came to Florence in a moment of near despair. She had only $2 left in her purse. But Florence didn't see just the money. She saw the latent faith in this woman's mind. And she said, "We are going to bless this $2. We will see your purse full of money, packed overflowing, never empty." Instead of fearing, the woman followed her lead. She began repeating affirmations like, "I have a magic purse, money goes out and more flows in. I am always provided for in the right time, the right way, the right amount. I don't search for money, money finds me." And just weeks later, she received an unexpected gift worth $6,000. Not a lottery win, not sheer luck, but the law of the spoken word activated through faith and carefully chosen phrases. Florence called this the invisible wand, something unseen yet powerful enough to shift reality. So, if words hold such power, have you been using them wisely? Have you been repeating phrases like, "Money leaves faster than it comes. Looks like I'm short again this month. I just can't seem to break out of this"? If so, you are commanding the universe to keep things exactly as they are. But here's the beauty: you can rewrite your script. Right now, simply by changing the words you choose to speak each morning. In the next section, I'll share specific affirmations Florence used, not to just think positively, but to reprogram the subconscious, raise your vibrational frequency, and activate the flow of prosperity. Because as Florence once wrote, "Behold, I have set before thee the open door of destiny, and no man shall shut it, for it is nailed back." That door is waiting for you. All it takes is your voice, filled with faith, to command your life to change. When you wake up each morning, your mind likely dives straight into thoughts of bills, work pressure, lack, and the need to constantly push harder. Your mind is like a reel that keeps replaying scenarios of scarcity, struggle, and competition. But did you know that very chase, the grasping, striving, and pleading, is often what creates more lack? Picture yourself swimming upstream. The harder you try, the more the current pulls you under. This is what we call in this video the no-chase law. What you don't chase chases you. Key insight 1. You're broadcasting lack to the universe. Here's what's fascinating. Every action begins not just with thought, but with the message you're broadcasting, through the energy of your words. When you say, "I don't have enough, I need to hustle hard," or even silently think I'm lacking, you're sending out a vibrational signal to the universe, a public announcement of deficiency. And the universe, in its perfect neutrality, doesn't judge. It mirrors back exactly what you emit. The result: a loop of scarcity continues to feed itself like a natural reflex. Modern psychology confirms this too. People who constantly focus on lack act like they're lacking. They hoard, shrink their sense of self, overthink every small opportunity, and live in a subtle state of fear. That inner posture of not enough prolongs the very cycle they want to escape. Key insight 2. End the chase issue commands from a calm core. Here's where the shift begins. You're not a beggar, you are a creator. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that we are made in the image of the divine and have the power to shape our lives through our words. When you stop chasing, when you no longer beg for opportunities or plead for success, you are declaring, "I am the source, not the seeker." It's a monumental shift from beggar to commander. When you say, "I do not chase money, money finds me, fills me, and flows to me," you're not just speaking an affirmation, you are issuing a command from your deepest core. And the miracle is, your wallet might still be empty, your calendar still full, yet you feel a lightness inside. That is the first sign of energetic transformation. Key insight 3. Each phrase has a unique energetic function. Not all affirmations are the same. Each part of this declaration holds a distinct vibrational code. "I do not chase money" breaks the cycle of frantic energy disrupting the scarcity loop. "Money finds me" declares a truth abundance is seeking you now. "Money fills me" affirms you as a vessel capable of receiving and holding wealth. Money flows to me, opens the gates for prosperity to stream naturally into your life. When you speak these words daily with faith, you're not just saying sentences, you're running a powerful internal software update. Neurochemical changes begin. You start to feel worthy, peaceful, receptive. Key insight 4. Repeat to rewire, build a new neurological foundation. Florence Scovel Shinn offered this practice. Repeat your command 21 times a day, broken into 7 times in the morning, 7 times midday, 7 times at night. Each repetition is a brick laid into a new subconscious foundation. What does this do? It rewires the brain. Old thoughts like, I lack, I must try harder, I have to chase opportunities. And they are replaced with, I am enough, I am the source, I receive, I am worthy. Psychology backs this too. When a thought is repeated for 21 to 66 days, it becomes a habit, an automatic response. Once your inner self begins to believe I am a steady, peaceful flow of financial energy, your choices, emotions, and actions begin to align effortlessly. Key insight 5. You're not alone. Collective energy magnifies power. One often overlooked truth: community belief amplifies energy. Florence Scovel Shinn encouraged connection with like-minded people because when you speak together, listen together, and uplift each other, the vibration is multiplied. When you comment, I command my abundance, or my vessel overflows, under this video or within a group, you're not just reinforcing it for yourself. You're contributing to a collective field, a shared energy grid that magnifies and accelerates transformation. Imagine a community of Americans repeating these powerful declarations, daily sharing stories, and lifting each other up. That's not just support, that's a living frequency tower, and you are an essential piece of it. In this video, you're not just invited to listen, you're invited to join. Every comment like money is my servant or I choose sovereignty over surrender is a sacred thread connecting your inner mind to the spiritual legacy Florence envisioned. If your heart is stirring as you feel the power of words, then the next section will walk you through how to practice it. There, I'll guide you step by step on how to speak your daily declarations with intention, write them down like a spiritual contract, replace scarcity thoughts with power statements on the spot, and visualize new inner patterns to reprogram your subconscious. You won't just feel inspired, you'll be equipped for real transformation. If this section awakens something new in you, comment below. I speak from abundance or alignment first, so we can co-create a financial flow from within and generate a ripple of energy that touches every corner of your heart and this community. We've just walked together through a journey of uncovering a powerful truth. Words are not just sounds, they are instruments of creation. Every sentence you speak, whether whispered or declared, is received by your subconscious as a life-shaping command. And more importantly, the universe with all its resources is always listening. But how do we move from theory to transformation? How do you move from this sounds nice to this changes me? How do you make each affirmation resonate in your heart, vibrate through every cell and ripple into your external reality? Florence Scovel Shinn left us a golden formula, simple yet deeply spiritual. It includes 5 steps: repeat, visualize, connect emotion, act as if, community connection. This is not a religious ritual. It is a method for reprogramming your destiny. Starting tomorrow morning, repeat with emotion. Speak as if you already are. Many have said, I've been reading affirmations for a month and nothing's changed. But the truth is, they read, they didn't declare. They made sound but not vibration. They recited like old homework but didn't transmit intention. Florence once said, if you speak with doubt, you harvest doubt. But if you speak with belief, the universe responds in that frequency. Morning practice. 3 minutes of centered power. Sit somewhere quiet. Place your hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Then say clearly, slowly, each line. Money flows to me. I receive with grace. I am the vessel of abundance. Pause between each. Don't rush. Listen to your words. Feel each syllable as a code of energy entering your subconscious frequency. Write it by hand. Anchor spirit into matter. Don't just speak, write. Not typing, not copy-pasting. Writing by hand, what Florence called touching the frequency of truth. When you write, you engage mind, body, and soul. Evening ritual. Your one book. Each week choose one affirmation. Write it by hand 10 times before bed. Decorate your page symbols of wealth, fresh flowers, scented candles. Anything that uplifts your frequency. Example affirmation. I am fully supported by divine substance. I do not chase, I attract. Write with love. Let each pen stroke stitch back together the pieces of destiny unraveled by fear. Break negative spirals with spiritual commands. You can't control every event in your day, but you can control the first sentence you speak when challenges arise. Example. You check your bank account and see a low balance. You just received a big bill. Anxiety creeps in. Fear whispers, what now? It's not enough. Crisis moment. Quick response command. Say out loud with clarity and strength, this is not the truth of my being. I am provided for. All my needs are met in divine order. What are you doing? You're cutting the scarcity circuit. You're returning yourself to the power zone, where you create your reality instead of reacting to it. Images plus emotion plus sound. The native language of the subconscious doesn't process written words like the rational mind. It speaks in images, emotions, and sound. 3-minute daily visualization practice. Close your eyes. Visualize opening your mailbox. Inside is a thick envelope. You open it. There's a check for $5,000. Your hands tremble, eyes water. Your heart overflows. You whisper, "Thank you. I am always provided for." The money comes easily. The clearer the image, the stronger the emotion, the greater the effect. This isn't wishful thinking. It's training the universe to respond to your chosen blueprint. Act as if live it first results will follow. You can speak 100 affirmations, but if your actions say fear, hesitation, or deprivation, you're sending mixed signals. Florence taught, you don't wait for results to live differently. You live differently, and the results appear. Small acts, high frequency. Gift someone a small present. You're saying, I have overflow. Buy flowers for your desk. You're saying, I live in beauty without waiting for permission. Enroll in that course. You're saying, I invest because I am worthy. These small acts activate the frequency of I already have enough instead of I'm still not there yet. You don't have to do this alone. When hundreds of voices say, I am open to receive, divine provision is flowing to me now. The air around you shifts. You're not just lifting yourself. You're lifting a field of energy for others. Affirmation. Call to action, share yours below this video. Pick one affirmation you'll repeat all week. Write it in the comments as a sacred commitment. Money is drawn to me effortlessly. My wallet is a magnet of prosperity. I trust divine timing. And if you know someone who needs a new stream of hope, tag them. Let them enter this rising network of light, where every word holds the power to rewrite destiny. If you feel it's time to move beyond repeating others' words and create your own personalized affirmation, then the next section is what you've been waiting for. Together, we'll uncover what fear inside you has been unconsciously commanding. Identify the dream you crave but haven't dared to say aloud. Write your own wand formula, a personalized power statement to declare daily and know this is my new truth. Florence Scovel Shinn once said, one right word, spoken with unwavering faith, can erase the past, rewrite the future, and illuminate the present. Get ready to write that reality in a way only you can. Write your personal mantra. Redesign your reality. Imagine you had one sentence, just a short phrase, but every time you spoke it, your whole body tingled. Your heart slowed down, and a strange calm washed over you. Yes, this is me. Not a slogan copied from somewhere, not another pretty quote floating around social media, but a mantra, born of your own soul, carrying your unique energy code shaped by your fears, your hopes, and your light. This isn't superstition. It's a spiritual act of creation. The very thing Florence Scovel Shinn, pioneer of the words create reality philosophy, devoted her life to inspiring in others. Name the fear, the first step of awakening. Everything starts with one honest question. What fear am I living in right now? Florence never told you to run from your darkness. On the contrary, She invited you to name it, because, as she said, darkness disappears when brought into light. Take a few minutes, pick up a pen, answer with full honesty. What do I fear most around money, career, love? What belief am I still carrying that no longer serves me? Am I living under the weight of I'm unworthy, it's too late, or I'm not good enough? Write it down, don't sugarcoat, don't avoid, because those sentences are the raw materials of your magic. Will you dare to face your own shadow and transform it into light? Alchemy, turn fear into truth declarations. Like a true alchemist, you now transform your fear into a powerful creative counter-command. Examples: if you fear poverty, I am always abundantly provided for in all circumstances. If you fear abandonment, love is finding me because I am love. If you fear failure, every step I take is guided by divine wisdom. This is not about positive thinking or denial. It's a conscious choice. I choose to stand with a higher truth, not the old stories in my mind. Do you want to remain a victim of your past or become the creator of your present? Create your mantra. Words plus emotion plus symbol. A mantra is more than a sentence. To touch the subconscious deeply, it needs 3 components: powerful language, avoid words of doubt like hopefully or maybe, use I am, I choose, I have, real emotion, say it and feel it. You are resetting your frequency, and emotion is the command code. Personal symbol, add an image, golden light pouring through my heart, the door of destiny opening, the river of wealth flowing toward me. Example: a golden light flows through me carrying money, opportunity, and peace. I do not seek, I attract. What symbol touches you deeply? Where in your soul journey does it come from? Activate it. Make words become reality. Florence taught, repeat a word in faith, and you redraw your soul's map. No need for anything elaborate, just full presence when you speak. Each morning, place your hand over your heart. Close your eyes and say it 3 times. Before opening your wallet, my wallet is the sanctuary of abundance. Before sending an email, I act from the light. Responses come in perfect timing. Are you ready to choose a small ritual to spark a major transformation? Share it. Activate collective energy. Magic intensifies when spoken out loud, especially within a like-minded community. Post your mantra under the video or in a community journal. Tag someone who needs new energy. Example comments: this is my mantra, I am light, I am flow. My wand is active. To name who forgot, they still hold magic. Will you let the universe know you're ready to rise? Let your mantra become a way of life. A mantra isn't 4 magic tricks. It's your spiritual GPS, your soul's heartbeat in the material world. Let your mantra be the title of your journal, a line taped to your mirror, a whisper when you need courage, a signature in your emails or in sacred moments. Florence called this embedding your soul into your words, so that every sentence you speak carries the frequency of your destiny. Will your words be random or ritual? You've written your mantra, and that's a leap of awakening. But life will still bring storms. So how do you hold your frequency when faith falters? In the next section, you'll learn how to return to your axis of light during confusion, how to hold your frequency even when reality tests you, how to read signs from the universe to know you're on the right path. If you're ready, comment below, I am ready to anchor the light. Because the light doesn't come from outside. It begins with the words you choose today. Holding steady in the light. When everything feels dark, you've affirmed a new truth. You've written your personal mantra. You've felt that quiet peace spreading through your mind, as if your soul's compass just realigned. But then, life knocks. A surprise bill shows up. An email brings rejection from the job you were counting on. Someone says something that makes you question yourself, and in that moment, you feel like you've slipped out of the light and back into the old cycle. You wonder, was it all just in my head? Did my affirmations even work? No, you haven't gone backward. You're standing at a sacred threshold. Florence Scovel Shinn called the sanctified trial. Because what you're experiencing isn't failure, it's your soul's test. When reality opposes your affirmations, remember this is the shift point. Florence once wrote, before something good can appear, it must pass through the land of darkness. So if you declare, money comes to me easily and abundantly, you might suddenly face situations of lack rising to the surface. Not to make you doubt, but to purge the old subconscious structure that once believed you were unworthy, unsafe, not enough. It's a spiritual detox, where the old must fall so the new can rise. Ask yourself, am I being tested or being transformed? Shift your focus. I don't measure with my eyes, I measure with faith. When your eyes see emptiness, hurt, rejection, that's the moment to activate your third eye, the eye of faith. Florence often told her students to say this aloud daily: I do not judge by appearances. I walk by faith, not by sight, because what you see now is only the crystallized result of an old cycle. What you believe is shaping your next one. Ask yourself, am I reacting to symptoms or living from my essence? Create a spiritual sanctuary, a space to return to the light. Florence recommended everyone create a sanctuary, a spiritual refuge where you can return to your light anytime. Spiritual sanctuary elements. Your 3 core mantras, placed where you can see them, mirror doorframe bedside. Healing sounds, like flowing water, 432 Hz frequency, or soft instrumental music. Sacred symbols, a stone, a letter, an image. Anything that reminds you who you are when the world makes you forget. You don't need to escape reality. You just need a space to remember. You are the light, not the darkness you're passing through. The most important whisper, I am being guided. Florence assured you are never alone, not even in your darkest hour. When you're lost, speak to divine intelligence. Infinite Spirit, open the way. I step back and let divine intelligence lead. Imagine you're taking your hands off the wheel and letting your spiritual GPS take over. Every time doubt creeps in, breathe deeply and say, I am not abandoned. I am being led. Turn every crisis into a realignment signal. We often say today was a bad day. Florence invites us to say something different. This is an opportunity to return to the light. In doing this, you tell your subconscious, we are no longer victims of circumstance. We are the creators of it. Create a board titled, I Just Overcame, and document each moment you chose the light after a personal storm. It becomes living proof for your subconscious that you are transforming. You are remembering your true strength. Call in the light, tribe. Resonant energy is a miracle, Florence said. When one person affirms, they send a wave. When a group affirms, it becomes a storm of light. Share in the community. Because every word you speak out loud isn't just for you, but for the entire energy circle that needs it too. Comment prompts. This is the mantra I use when things feel dark. I am the light in the storm. Yesterday, I wanted to give up, but I remembered and chose to return to the light. I am back on track. I am still the light. Light doesn't come from performance. It comes from inner resilience. You just learned how to stay grounded in light when reality tries to shake your faith. You aren't being extinguished. You are rooted. You aren't alone. There is a divine force guiding you. But how do you not just survive the day, but live at a higher frequency every day? In Part 5, you will discover how to build a magnetic field, a high-vibration aura that attracts opportunities, aligned people, and miracles. How to become a living wand, someone who is the magic and draws what they desire effortlessly. How your words can not only transform you, but become light for others. If your heart feels stronger after this message, leave the affirmation below, I stand steady in my storm. Because light isn't extinguished by darkness. It only becomes clearer when the night is dark enough. You are the light, and you are remembering that now. Magnetic field living at a high frequency, becoming a living magnet for miracles. If the previous parts helped you learn how to use words to shape your reality, now you're not just using the wand, you become the wand. Florence Scovel Shinn called this state the living wand, when a person not only practices affirmations, but emits such a powerful energetic frequency that goodness opportunities and aligned relationships are naturally drawn to them. No more forcing, no more trying to manifest, just being the field that attracts it all. No more repeating affirmations to convince yourself, but living as though what you believe is already true. What is a magnetic field? The vibration you send is the reality you receive. You are not just a physical body. You are a spiritual broadcasting station. Every thought, feeling, word, even the way you breathe, emits a frequency. That frequency communicates with the universe. Florence said, you don't beg for miracles. You emit the frequency of miracles, and they appear as a natural response. If you live in fear, lack anxiety, you unconsciously send out a frequency of scarcity, and the universe, like a mirror, reflects back what matches. But if you live in a state of peace, trust, and fullness, you become a spiritual magnet where miracles flow to you effortlessly. Ask yourself, what kind of signal am I sending out each day? High vibration doesn't mean always happy. It means grounded in inner light. A common misunderstanding is that high frequency equals sign, always smiling, always positive, never upset. But Florence emphasized, a high-frequency person is someone who can hold light inside, even when the outside is dark. High vibration isn't fake joy, it's inner stability, the ability to return to your center, even when emotions rise. Practice tip. When you feel yourself caught in emotion, anger, jealousy, sadness, close your eyes and say, "This feeling is not me, I am observing it, and I choose a new vibration." High frequency is the ability to choose yourself, not let circumstances define you. Daily habits to nourish your magnetic field. Just like brushing your teeth protects your body, your life frequency needs daily care. Simple practice suggestions. Morning place your hand on your heart, breathe deeply and declare, "I live in the field of miracles." I do not seek, I attract. Midday, turn off all devices for 3 minutes. Close your eyes, focus on your breath. Repeat, "I am returning to the light." Evening, write down 3 things you attracted today: a compliment, a surprise gift, a kind glance. Repeat these small actions daily. You're reprogramming your energy field. Small acts, big energy. You're weaving a new frequency with consistency. Cleanse your living space to hold high frequency with ease. Florence once said, "You can't plant seeds of light in a chaotic garden. Your environment affects your vibration, from colors and sounds to old items that carry past emotions." Cleansing and uplifting tips. Clean out one drawer, not just for tidiness, but to release stagnant energy. Light a candle or incense. Create a sensory anchor point for light in your space. Change your phone wallpaper to your mantra, a daily reminder that you are the energy you choose to radiate. Clean space equals sign clear mind. Now your frequency has a place to reside. Radiate your frequency, so others rise with you. High-frequency people don't hoard their light. They don't preach, they embody. Real-life example. When someone complains, instead of joining the negativity, you might smile and say, "Maybe this is a stepping stone to something better." When you're blessed, you share it. A small gift, a kind word, a generous action. Florence called this collective transformation through individual vibration. You don't need to save the world, just hold your light. Call in the community. Create the magnetic grid. Alone, you are a single spark. But what if hundreds, thousands were shining together? We form a high vibration network, a space where newcomers immediately feel lighter, safer, more grounded. Comment prompts. The mantra you use each morning. A moment where you attracted something surprising by living in the frequency. Or simply, "I am the living wand." Don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to be lifted. You may be the only bridge they have to the light. You've just learned how to live as a magnetic being, someone who no longer strives to attract, but naturally draws miracles through their presence. But there's one more step, higher, deeper, more powerful, becoming a beacon of inspiration, a light spreader, a spiritual guide for others. In Part 6, you will discover how to make your words carry healing frequencies, how to tell your story of transformation so it touches others, how Florence did it by living as a torch, not to lead but to ignite others in their own light. If your heart feels ready for this higher calling, comment, "I am ready to pass the light." Because maybe you didn't just come here to learn, you came to shine and to lead. You don't need to run anymore. Because you are the source of light, if you're still here listening to the final moments of this video, it's not because you're chasing another life hack or some quick success tip. It's because there's a quiet voice in your heart, a whisper reminding you, you don't need to chase anything anymore. It's all within you. You are no longer someone begging the universe. You are someone co-creating with it. You don't need to scream your worth into the crowd. You simply need to whisper your truth and the whole world will feel it. When you shift from seeker to declarer, your life shifts. Pause for a moment. Remember the mantra you wrote, the emotion that resonated deep within, that one moment when you knew you were coming home to your light. That emotion, that vibration, is your truth, and you don't have to prove it to anyone. You just need to hold it live and let your inner light do the rest. Florence once said, when you carry the vibration of a miracle, you don't need to find the miracle. You are the miracle. You're not alone. We are a grid of light. If you feel different, know this: you're not lost, you're leading. There are thousands of souls across this planet who are remembering their power each day, learning to speak from love, not fear. Leave a comment below, the mantra you've chosen to walk with, a deep feeling you experienced through this video journey, or simply, I am the magnetic field of light and love, because maybe your words might be the ray of hope someone in the dark is waiting for today. If this video touched you, please subscribe to the channel, not for the numbers, but so you'll be there at the right moment when another message is ready for you. When you hit subscribe, you're telling the universe, I choose to continue this journey. I open my heart to receive more light. Each subscription is an affirmation, a vow to yourself that you're committed, that you're no longer drifting, that you now have a place to return to. I'll see you in the next chapter, where you don't just live, you live with purpose. If this part helped you recognize your inner power, then the next will guide you to act in alignment with your soul. You'll learn how to turn your words into daily purposeful action, translate your prosperity mindset into empowered decisions, become someone who illuminates the path for others. And if you're ready to rise from practitioner to light bearer, comment, I am ready to become the torch bearer. Thank you for listening, not just with your ears, but with your heart. You didn't just watch a video, you journeyed through your inner world. And wherever you are, in a quiet room, a noisy city, or a weary afternoon, the light you awakened today will never fade. Hold that vibration, return anytime you need. And remember, the moment you stopped chasing, everything started finding you.